So if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, one advice I can give you, and I'm kind of giving myself this advice at the same time, is to just take things one day at a time. I think you have to take things one step, one day at a time. And life may feel like everything needs to happen now. And I don't know how old or how young you are, but when I was 18, I thought that everything would be instantaneous, right? If you had a business, you'd know you had a good business within a few months. And I thought that was being patient. And in reality, it takes years. You have to go one day at a time. It's the accumulation of your days that make the year. And obviously, that sounds like just like a statement, like top statements of all time. But what I mean by that is the little things you do in a day. So that one day that you went to the gym, that one day you worked on your business, that one day you worked on yourself, that one day you studied an extra hour, those compound over years, because if you're doing it once a week, right, that's 52 times in a year, and you just kind of go from there. So really, you have to you have to take things at like micro doses, because life will kind of get so rowdy that you can't do everything all at once. If you think that you'll have a perfect career, the perfect girlfriend, wife, whatever, the perfect kids, the perfect lifestyle, the perfect work-life balance, all of that at the same time in your early 20s, that's just not going to happen, right? Very few experience that. Very few catch that lucky break and they just ride that initial kind of jump and they just kind of go from there. And very few really experience that. And in my lifetime, and I'm only 24 years old, and out of all my friends, of all the people I met, I've never really met someone that just had everything work out. Everyone has these setbacks. Everyone has times where it's really hard. And right now, I'll just speak from my personal experience. It felt like everything I did last year was for nothing. And after like kind of reestablishing what really happened, what I truly gained, what I I think I think it's kind of an extreme statement because I didn't really gain anything in terms of moving my life forward, right? My life is pretty much the same as it was in 2024, 2025. Nothing really improved massively. But what I will say is that I feel like I'm step I'm a step closer, I'm days closer into my goal. And I have many goals, but just in general, my goals. And all it takes is just me to show up every day. And this YouTube video thing has really been helping me out. I've been telling myself I'm going to post a video a day for the next year. And from then on, I'm going to maybe have a different posting schedule. But it's been really teaching me discipline because in my mind, what I'm thinking is if I'm shooting these 5-minute videos every day, I have, and to upload it and to make sure I'm not stuttering too much. And I still am. I'm still stuttering. I'm still, pausing a lot. But I'm going to improve. But I'm still showing up, right? I may not be the the best content creator. I may not be the best whatever, but I'm still going to show up, right? And you got to think like if you have 8 million people on this earth and you have this big race and the people who win the race are most successful, all the way to last place. In reality, I don't think anyone but a million people run that race out of a billion, right? So you just have to think you're not behind. You can't be behind because that doesn't exist, right? You're only behind as you feel, and you can't feel behind if you're taking one step at a time. If you're moving towards your goal, how can you be behind if people aren't even moving towards their own goal, right? And that's kind of what I just have to say today. I think you just have to take everything one step at a time.